The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
What's up, everybody? It's Lit Flair from Litty Wrestling, and I'm your host tonight for Monday Night Mayhem. And Slamfest starts early as the world champ Ace Taylor defends against his Royal Rumble opponent Keith Matthews. And the road to Slamfest takes an uncertain turn. Let's get it started.
Yo, KT, you got a minute? Look, I love what you and Keith Matthews are doing over there, and I would love to be a part of it. But as you both know, I'm not coming along, bringing KOD with me. So if we have a deal, let's do it.
Okay. Interesting turn of events as Jordan Jacobs aligns not just himself, but KOD as a whole, as a team with Keith Matthews and King Tony. So a bunch of interesting things are going on so far in this episode, and we're not even 5 minutes in, which leads us to our opening contest. Hunter versus Reckless Rebel. All these variants, all these different components all tie in together, which makes this match very special. Hunter is the tag team partner of Jordan Jacobs, one half of KOD, who's also Reckless Rebel's opponent at Slamfest. So you gotta think, going into this match, Hunter has an ulterior motive to not just win, but hurt his opponent to help his tag team partner at the Showcase of the Immortals. So there's many different things that go in, but just like Hunter's coming in to prove a point against Reckless, I know Reckless is coming in to prove a point against Hunter. He's coming in to prove a point to Jordan Jacobs to prove that I can hurt your boy, and I'm gonna hurt you. And in Phoenix, Arizona, I'm gonna take the United States title. So many things are different going on, so many different components, like I said, tie in together, making this match extremely special. Both men are coming off huge debut victories for the season. Reckless coming over with what could have been the biggest win of his career, arguably, as he finally conquered the battle, conquered the hill that was King Tony, and soundly defeated him in last week's opening contest here on Mayhem. So as things continue to build and go on, you have to watch these things. These little matches matter. These matches mean everything. These matches are momentum based. I like to preach momentum going into big matches, and both men have a world of momentum. But one very important thing about this match that we need to establish right now is that both men are officially undefeated on the season, which means somebody's has got to go as Reckless comes out with the huge running knee strike. Those running knee strikes were key in his victory last week against King Tony, key in keeping Tony off balance. This week, it's a lot different opponent. It's a faster opponent. It's a much wittier opponent. It's an opponent who's built his stamina and his arsenal off speed. This man is definitely one of the best athletes we've had, one of the most consistent athletes we had all of last season, almost being 500 the entire year. So Reckless Rebel, who went for a springboard movesault, but like I said, Hunter's ring awareness, Hunter's just wittiness is always on display as he moved out of the way out of a huge springboard movesault from the Reckless Rebel. This Reckless Rebel is new, but with new things come new levels, come new devils, come new obstacles. This Pure Wrestling Alliance is very different from the Pure Wrestling Alliance that Reckless Rebel came up with, the one that Reckless Rebel made his name in. This Reckless Rebel has to establish himself as a much faster, yet aging veteran to keep up with the youngsters. As you can see, as these men are springboarding and flipping from pillar to post, the action is nonstop. The action is top level, top speed. So the problem is here, Reckless Rebel has to find a way to put his age on the back burner and put out the best possible performance week in and week out, because the athletes we have here today in Pure Wrestling Alliance are unlike anything other. As Hunter locks in a guillotine choke, and Reckless might be in trouble. Reckless trying to find a way out. As he bridges through a Northern Lights suplex counter, You know, Reckless is really showing his, oh, as Hunter cuts him down with a huge sliding drop kick. As I was saying, Reckless Rebel this go around, you know, he's a lot different. He's a lot more elusive. He's a lot more faster. You can tell that he studied the game prior to coming back. The microscopic knee surgery is not holding back as Hunter covers one. Oh, and Reckless kicks out at one. You're going to need a lot more to beat Reckless Rebel. Reckless Rebel is resilient. Reckless Rebel has always been one of the most tenacious performers in this ring. So going forward, oh, Hunter hits a wing clipper. Hits the wing clipper. That might be it. Oh, he didn't go for the cover, though. Interesting. I think he was just going to make damage. I think he was just after the body damage. He knew that wasn't going to put him away. Hunter going up top and lands on. Ooh, he went and almost landed a huge frog splash. Hunter's going to have to slow down the offense. Stop. Oh, Reckless is keeping up with him. He's saying, slow down what offense? As he hits a huge springboard cutter. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and kicks out at 2. Hunter is going to have to really slow down the tempo, believe it or not. This high-paced offense might come back to haunt him, as Reckless is a veteran. Reckless still knows how to slow the pace down as he steps out of the ring. Look, making the space, knowing his surroundings in the ring. Reckless is one of the most well-versed competitors. Hunter's going to have to continue to slow the pace down and take it slow and pick apart Reckless Rebel. Because if he keeps trying to wrestle with this speed, he can risk and lands a huge dropkick from the top rope, flooring Reckless Rebel. Well, Reckless Rebel is going to keep fighting back. Nothing that Hunter is hitting Reckless with is keeping Reckless down. When Reckless One is motivated, he is pursuing that United States Championship and over the cover. Cover roll up. 1, 2. Oh, Reckless almost lost that. Hunter almost stole that victory from the hands of the Reckless One. But no, he will not be denied. He will not be told no. He will win this match. You really got to see over the last several years. Oh, Reckless has him up. He hoisted him up. This is what took out King Tony last week. Oh, but just like last week, when Reckless went for the first one, he got denied. These competitors are very, very savvy. They tape stay. They watch their opponents. You know what I mean? These guys go the extra miles. Hunter lands, finally lands the frog splash and goes for the cover. That's it, folks. 1, 2. Oh, the Reckless One kicks out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the best opening contests that we have seen in a very long time. Two men that absolutely want it. Two men with motives, trying to bring a win back to their respective camps. At this point, we might not know what camp Hunter is looking to bring this win for, but the most important camp that Hunter is fighting for is his. The most important thing that he's fighting for is the global title. And so many things must be going through this man's head. You think about it, he did not see, oh, Reckless going for the cover. 1. Hunter kicks out at 1. But think about it, Hunter didn't see what just happened. He has no clue as Hunter gets nailed with a huge springboard roundhouse from the Reckless One. And Reckless Rebel's feeling it. Oh, picking him up, absolutely knocking Hunter loose. And Hunter rolls out to try to get a breather, but Reckless coming at him full throttle. Misses a springboard, but for every mistake, Hunter makes him count. Hunter will make everything count for any little mistake that you made. Think about it. He doesn't know what happened with Jordan Jacobs. He has no clue that Jordan Jacobs went up to King Tony and aligned KOD with Matthews and Tony. There's so many things that are about to explode after this match is over. And if you're Hunter, you gotta be thinking, King Tony's your opponent in the Slam Fest. It's a conflict of interest. And you might be feeling a little betrayed after not being told what happened, but Reckless Rebel has him up. Miscalculation by Hunter. He's got him up. Hoist him up. Death Valley Driver from Reckless Rebel. He's going for the cover. 1, 2, and Hunter kicks out. These men are hungry. These men are passionate. These men will do it all to capture the win, all to stay undefeated. As Reckless lands a huge knee strike to the chest, and that's very smart. He's attacking the upper body, making it that much harder to kick out as the match gets on through the later stages. And he's going, but Hunter still gonna come at him, still trying to put this away. We're in the later stages. I think the next one might take it. Hunter lines him up, and he lands the wing clipper. Hunter lands the wing clipper, and this could be it. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Hunter has emerged victorious over Reckless Rebel, but taking nothing away from Reckless Rebel. That was a championship level performance that can beat any other person any other night. But Hunter has proven he is on a mission to become the next global champion, to put his name in the pantheon of legends in this company. Hunter is on a roll, but Hunter might have to face the problem waiting for him in the back. But wait a second, I think that problem might be coming to him as Jordan Jacobs meets Hunter at the ring. Hunter is visibly confused, and we gotta keep track on this. We'll keep track as this goes on. We'll be back.
In touch with the ground, I'm on the hunt down after you. Smell like a sound, I'm lost in a crowd.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for something that we've been waiting a very, very long time for. The return of the originator, Liam Ingle. Ladies and gentlemen, this man hasn't been seen in several months. The last time we saw Liam Ingle, he was assaulted and subsequently thrown out of Pure Wrestling Alliance by Mason Brooks. But now, forever being the rebel rouser that he is, the originator is back. Liam Ingle is back. And ladies and gentlemen, this crowd is electric, and Alex Hall is in a world of trouble. Look at that man. That man looks like a brand new person, from appearance down to physical attributes. This man has been in the gym. Look at his size. Look at his structure. Liam Ingle is ready to be a world champion again. Liam Ingle looks like $1 million. Liam Ingle looks like the rock star that he always says he is, the one he always portrays himself to be. Liam Ingle is here. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is one for the books. Not even 15 minutes in, and we are on fire tonight. Like I said last week, Alex Hall is a competitor with all the potential in the world. But tonight, he has his hands full. He has his proverbial work cut out for him in the originator. This man is a multi-time world champion across the globe. And tonight, he's back with one mission: to get back on that championship path. As both men just side each other up, looking at each other. And Liam Ingle comes out the gate with a huge Hurricane Rana backbreaker, coming out the gate extremely strong, extremely ready to go. I think early on in this match, Alex Hall has to find a way to calm the early storm, has to find a way to get out of the jam and get offense back in his way. Because Liam Ingle is a man that is all about rolling. Once the ball starts rolling and momentum goes his way, he is impossible to stop. As you can see, as he gets a full stream of momentum, absolutely flooring Alex Hall halfway across the ring. Yeah, it might be a little too late for Alex Hall as Liam Ingle lands a huge haymaker clothesline from the originator. This, ladies and gentlemen, could get out of hand real fast, and Alex Hall is in a barrage of trouble as Liam Ingle is landing strike after strike, absolutely annihilating the chest area of Alex Hall. As the crowd is into it, they're chanting for one more. Liam Ingle is flexing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no longer a match. This looks like Liam Ingle's style of an after party. A fight, crowd, women. Liam Ingle loves this. He lives for this environment as he sends Alex Hall halfway across the ring with a massive German suplex. The big thing that has been the talk around the wrestling community is, where is Liam Ingle at Slamfest? As he lands another massive pounce on Hall. Where is Liam Ingle's presence on the Slamfest card? How can you have Slamfest without Liam Ingle? As Liam sets up a huge power bomb, absolutely folding like an accordion, Alex Hall. And someone might have to get out here because this is getting a little too much. Alex Hall is in way over his head and might be in line to get seriously hurt. But Liam Ingle has to find his way on this Slamfest card. He is in peak physical condition. He is looking like an absolute Swiss Army knife inside of that ring. And I know no matter who he steps in the ring with, if this is the Liam Ingle that we see at the Showcase of the Immortals, I promise you, Liam Ingle will not only come out victorious, well, we might be seeing some records. Liam Ingle hits a huge Death Valley driver, and he's just horrible. He's slapping him around. He's having a good time. My man is not here for anything more than the money. He's not here for anything more than the win. As Liam hits a huge fade breaker, and that must be it. That might be it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. And it's a surprise of no one. Liam Ingle has arrived. Liam Ingle has emerged victorious. I'm telling you, if you're questioning anything going into this show, going into Slamfest, the one thing you cannot question is the readiness, is how prepared Liam Ingle is. Liam Ingle looks like a world champion. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if he keeps this up, it will only be a matter of time before that world title is around the waist of the originator. Slamfest is around the corner. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. It's time, folks. This has been a match we've been talking about all week. This is a match that the internet's been raving about. Some have even called this potentially a dream match. This is what you call a mixing of styles. Styles clashing. This is high-flying ability versus hard-hitting striking. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Walker and Jordan Jacobs are about to go one-on-one for the first time ever. And you gotta keep in mind, Jordan Jacobs already shook up his broadcast within the first 3 minutes by aligning himself with Keith Matthews and King Tony. That, you gotta be confident. You're coming off a performance that was unlike anything anyone has ever seen one-on-one against Jason Jordan. Now you follow that up with aligning yourself with two of the best performers in the company, two surefire Hall of Famers. And you gotta be feeling good about it. Jordan Jacobs win or lose tonight, which I doubt it will be lose, whether it's on his own doing or with the help of his newfound friends. Jordan Jacobs' confidence has to be through the roof. And Damian Walker might be in an extremely treacherous situation. The first real test that he's ever faced within this company. Because you can be good everywhere else around the world. But when you get to Pure Wrestling Alliance, that's where you get to see who's really tough or who's just all tough. Who's a little bitch and who's crazy brave. You're really going to see that tonight. So, I think it's about time. Let's hit that music and let's get this boy out here because the crowd is unglued. This man came off a victory so huge last week. As he gets ready, he's doing it. He's pulling them in. He's pulling in the crowd. Too wavy. Damian Walker is in the building. And like I said, he's coming off a win last week that was monumental. Defeated one half of the tag team champions, Jordan Biggs, in an absolute TV Classico, folks. So tonight, we're in for another one. Damian Walker says, I'm here to do one thing, and that's walk all over you and put on banger after banger after banger, and that's what he's doing here tonight. Folks, set your DVRs, don't blink, drink that energy drink, and drink that coffee, because I know you had a long night at work, but the action is about to keep you up. This action is about to wire you up, folks. So I'm excited. Going forward, you gotta think about it. Jordan Biggs has to be somewhere. Jordan Biggs doesn't take losses lightly. You saw what he did to Mason Brooks after they won the tag team title, just because he didn't like the way Mason carried himself in that match. So let alone being the first man to defeat Jordan Biggs this year, Jordan Biggs ain't taking that lightly. But that don't matter, because the only Jordan that does matter is Jordan Jacobs. So folks, ring that bell and let's get this started. As we come out the gate absolutely swinging, I told you speed was going to be the key coming into this match. And I'm not going to lie, as much as these two gentlemen might love speed, in my experience, speed kills. So if I'm both of these men, I know we're both coming out here. We're both thinking we're going to come out here and hit each other with everything we got as fast as we can. Just take the opponent out. Keep him down on the mat and just absolutely smother him as Walker continues to hit him with rapid fire knee strikes, rapid fire strikes. This man is just unreal. His offense is just non-stop. He is what you call a mastermind of offensive innovation in Darius Walker. But Jordan Jacobs is the epitome of resiliency. This man knows no stopping. He won't quit. It does not matter. And that, no matter what happens in this ring, night in and night out, always makes Jordan Jacobs a dangerous competitor. It doesn't matter if you're Mason Brooks. It doesn't matter if you're Six. It doesn't matter if you're Huey O'Donnell. You are always going to be in a fight with Jordan Jacobs as he hands a huge knee strike. And these two are just going at it. These two are just non-stop going to just try to obliterate each other. And that's one thing Darius Walker has never been afraid to do. Whoa! As Jordan lands a huge snap German as Walker runs at him with full speed and learns that speed kills and pays the price. Folks, Walker has proven last week and in many matches in the past, if you have ever seen him, that he is not afraid to fight. It doesn't matter if it's in the ring or outside the ring. That boy is going to fight. That boy is going to throw down as he realigns the jaw of Jordan Jacobs. These two men are throwing jaws at each other. They are throwing knees at each other. They are knocking each other into next week. Surely one of these men are eating applesauce tonight. As Walker hits a huge German, absolutely knocking the sense out of Jordan Jacobs, knocking him loose. You got to think, he doesn't know where he's at. He's in some danger. He's obviously not loopy. And now's got to be the time where you got to start thinking to yourself, if you're Jordan Jacobs, who has been lifted up, we've seen this before, electric chair driver from Walker. 1, 2, oh, not even a 2. Jordan Jacobs is telling people, I ain't Jordan Biggs. That electric chair driver ain't putting me away, and you're going to have to come with something a lot harder than that, Chief, as he shows the ring awareness, rolling out to regroup, catch his thoughts, and Walker just kind of like toying with him. Maybe I'm seeing like he was going for the tope, but he's faking him out, playing the mind games. You might be a rookie in this company, but he's a veteran to the game, and you're seeing it through the way he's moving in and out of the ring as Jordan hits a huge roundhouse kick, followed up by a drop kick. So that was bullet-like. You would have blinked and you missed that. You might have to rewind it if you didn't catch it, folks. That was fast. That was effective. As Jordan Jacobs lands a monster exploder suplex, knocking the wind out of Walker. And these two men are going to just try to take that to the next level. If somehow Walker can capture this victory tonight, not only will he be undefeated 2-0, he will also be guaranteed a United States opportunity at the Showcase of the Immortals. So this man has everything on the line tonight. In 2 weeks, he can officially punch his ticket to Slamfest. That's crazy. That is absurd. I have never seen anyone since Ace Taylor, who is now our current world champion, wrestle on this kind of trajectory, be this successful real soon, as he just shows his Floyd Mayweather-like defense, and he just bops and weaves like he's Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia on Saturday night. And these men are in a war. Jordan going for a shooting star press, but it's countered by Walker, and he's got to be setting up for something. Oh, but it does not matter. Jordan Jacobs is not going to be outdone. He is going to keep the flurry of offense going. Whoa, as he went for some kind of knee combo, but it got countered into a sling blade. These men are fighting for pride. Jordan Jacobs is not only fighting for United States Championship, the pride of being the United States champion. You also have to remember, Jordan Jacobs is officially 0-1 now after losing last week. So now he has to get on the board. You don't want to go into Slamfest 0-2, 0-3. That has to be, whoa, Walker got him up. Walker has him up, and Walker lands a vertebrae. He's got him covered. 1, 2, oh, and that one almost did it. That kind of seemed like Walker was kind of being funny in a way, you know. He has aligned himself with Matthews and Tony, and I feel like that was a little bit of a troll going for Matthews' finish in the middle of the match, kind of letting him know that he doesn't care what opponents or what friends he makes, that no matter what he does, at the end of the day, if you step in between these four posts, you are by yourself. But Jordan Jacobs has him up and hits the tombstone lung blower. This almost took out Mason Brooks last week. 1, 2, oh, that kick out at 2 from Walker. These gentlemen are going to put on one of the most athletic displays of professional wrestling that I have seen in a long time. Folks, I'm loving this energy. I'm loving this action. Walker is a new addition to Pure Wrestling Alliance, and honestly, he has been an absolute breath of fresh air as these men are going at it. Jordan hits a super kick. It looks like he's setting up for something. A huge F-bomb from the champion. F-bomb, a move made famous by Liam Mingle, and he is feeling it. He's feeling the crowd. He's letting everybody know the Phoenix is about to rise. The flames are igniting, and the bird is about to take off. And Walker better hold on tight, because the ride they might be in for is something. But Walker is showing that he ain't afraid of nothing. He ain't worried about a Jordan Jacobs. He ain't worried about the United States champion. He ain't worried about no kind of Phoenix, as he absolutely floors Jacobs with another knee strike. That knee strike has been detrimental to Jordan Jacobs. You got to think, how many more shots, how many more of those knee tremblers can Jordan Jacobs take to the temple area? Mixing that up as he hits for another F-bomb, dropping Walker right on his neck, returning the favor. If you're going to drop me on my neck, or you're going to hit me in my neck, I'm going to drop you on yours. Oh, as he lands another huge knee strike. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is just so much to keep up with. I'm loving what I'm seeing, and this is action that you're only going to see in one place, in one league, and that is Pure Wrestling Alliance, the premier PvP league in all of the comp community. And this is where you need to be, as Jordan Jacobs going for a split-legged moonsault. But of course, Walker knows his way around the ring. He knows where he's at. But now he might be in a world of trouble as the Phoenix rises. Jordan Jacobs is up, and he lands a huge Phoenix tope, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be back after this. And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, back in New York City as these two men are continuously brawling all over the ringside area with one goal, eradication, one goal, victory, being the one man that stands. Jordan Jacobs is fighting for the pride of his newfound team, the pride of his championship, heck, even the pride of the country. But Walker is fighting for something more. Walker is fighting to make a name for himself as Jordan Jacobs hits a huge catapult Hurricane Rana, sending Walker to the other side of the ring. He is handing over another F-bomb. He is targeting the neck area. He is going to make sure that the next time he lands that spinning tornado kick, that it knocks Walker clean out. Or if the next time he hits that tombstone lung blower, that is enough. And he hits the tornado kick. That is what he's been setting up for. That's it, folks. 1, 2. Oh, Walker with an emphatic statement, kicking out at 1. And Jordan Jacobs might not know where he's at anymore. He's throwing punches. He's missing. Walker is dodging. Walker is feeling it. The crowd is behind him. He's warming up. And I think he was probably setting up for it. But he saw that Jordan Jacobs got up a little too fast. You're going to have to wear him down. You're going to have to hit Jacobs with one more massive shot to set up that electric chair driver. And I know these men are both looking for the last shot. And speaking of last shot, that's it, folks. Tombstone Lunglord, thanks for coming. But Walker might have just been saved by that ring awareness, knowing where he's at, grabbing onto the rope. And Jordan Jacobs can't be mad at that as he lands a huge flip bottom onto Walker. And this has got to be it. He's got to be setting up for something. This is what you're looking for. This is the piece. This is the final step. But he should have went on him, but he didn't. He went back to the strikes. And Walker in a bad way as he lands a huge meteor, but he countered. And that might, he has him set up, going for the Continental title, shooting him off, and lands a huge knee trembler, a leaping knee trembler. These knees, this offense, this leg-based offense from Walker was what I told you. It was going to be a contrast of styles. It was high flying off against hard, strong style hitting. These two men are on a different level. Walker is ready. Walker is feeling it. Jordan Jacobs is in a world of hurt. And surely now King Tony has to be seeing this and questioning himself. Did he make the right decision? As he goes for a huge move, but it was countered into a power bomb. That might be it, folks. I think he might be setting up for something. Jordan Jacobs counters and lands a huge enziguri. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Slamfest quality match. This is a pay-per-view quality level as he hits a package pile driver onto Jordan Jacobs. And Walker is getting the crowd behind him. It looked like he was setting up for a big lariat. I think the next big move is definitely going to put away the next opponent. The next man that hits their finishing move may put their opponent out for the count. You got to think about the shots that they took in this match. They took knee strikes. They took leg strikes. They took drivers. They took lung blowers. These men have hit each other with everything apart from the literal kitchen sink. These men are testing the body. They are testing human endurance. How much punishment can each man take and keep fighting? But little do they know that as much as they want to fight, folks, the heart and soul of a man can only go but so much. The heart may want to go, but the body will give out. And one of these men, as you can see, on the brink of extinction. But that's not Jordan Jacobs. Jordan Jacobs, it rose out again. He's doing everything he can to avoid being in a position of danger. He will take the beating as Walker. No. Walker hits a package pile driver on the outside. He has shown that at this point, Jordan Jacobs has taken everything, and now he has shown that he will stop at nothing to get this win. Nothing. As he stares at Jordan Jacobs, I don't even know how he's standing. You have been dumped on your neck onto the concrete floor. There's not much you can do. Oh, Walker has him up. Breaker. Oh, he lands it. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Walker has won with Keith Matthews' finisher. Oh, but no time, no rest for the wicked. I told you, Jordan Biggs had to be lying in wait, but what is he doing? He's bringing down a steel. Who is lowering this cage for him? Oh my God! Oh, but Walker fighting back, rapid fire right hands, flooring Jordan Biggs. He had just went through a war, and now that scumbag Jordan Jacobs lands a low blow on Walker. And oh, now the war begins. The beatdown begins. He is just throwing him from post. Jordan Biggs wasn't going to take this lightly. Jesus. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, as the cage has been raised. Medical personnel is on the way. And Jordan Biggs is just sitting in this ring like scum. Like absolute scum, celebrating at what he did. As Walker gets stretched out and he's being put on to a gurney as he's being transported to a local medical facility. Walker put on an amazing performance tonight, and Jordan Biggs is a scumbag that knows no respect, no bounds, and I just can't believe it. But what is he doing? JB. Oh, no, come on. Jordan Biggs is absolutely flooring and beating Walker down. Somebody get some help, man. Get some help. Cut the camera. Somebody stop this. This is ridiculous. What the hell? Get help. Welcome back, folks. Hopefully we can get a medical update on the status of Damian Walker. Here at Pure Wrestling Alliance, we just want to apologize for what took place and the action of Jordan Biggs. We can definitely say that Jordan Biggs will face consequences for his actions tonight and repercussions. More of that as it comes. But as we continue on with this show, season 2, we're only 2 episodes in, which means we have tons of re-debuts, tons of moments, and tonight we're going to see just that. Six is out here fresh off a massive world title opportunity last week, where he came up just short against the world champion. And you got to be feeling good. You started the year off with the chance at the biggest prize in the industry. Sometimes it's not your night at the office, but that doesn't really mean anything. This week, all the fortunes can change. And if Six was able to bring the fight to Ace Taylor, then surely tonight he can bring the fight to his opponent. So you gotta think about the things that are going through the mind of Six. Last week and tonight, you really want to prove a point against this man. And this man is an unknown entity, folks. From Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland. This man is a wrestler. This man is Huey O'Grady. This man has a lot of shoes to fill. The last time we saw an Irish-born professional wrestler within this company, it was arguably one of the greatest professional wrestlers in the history of the industry, in the tactical technician, Rob Finnegan. So big shoes to fill for Huey tonight. And you gotta be thinking about it. You finally made it. You wrestled all over the independents in Ireland, waiting for your moment. You finally got the call from Pure Wrestling Alliance, the premier company in professional wrestling. You made it to the big league. You gotta be nervous. But tonight's not about nerves. Tonight is about a man who is on a mission. A mission because he came up just 2 seconds short of the world title. And that is a motivated man. And I wouldn't want to face any man who feels like he was just robbed of his life's goal. Six is on a mission tonight. Six is going to come after Huey. Huey needs to come ready. But O'Grady is that dude. O'Grady is ready. And these men lock up, collar elbow tie up, coming out the gate. And already, Huey is already coming out strong as he lands a huge gut kick, shoots him off into the corner with a huge European uppercut. And O'Grady is coming out with a fly fury of counters, a fire fury of strikes, and he gets a huge elbow drop. 1, and he kicks out at 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Huey is all over Six, but Six is now starting to fight back. Six started out slow, but he's gonna rally back. He rallied back against Ace Taylor. He took a beating and almost came up as he's absolutely caving the chest of O'Grady in. Keys to victory tonight for Six are going to have to be smother. Keep on him. Stay on him. You don't know his offense. Huey is a brand new competitor to this locker room. And no one knows what he brings to the table. But clearly he brings aggression and clearly he brings physicality. So you cannot get into a battle of physicality with a man like O'Grady. O'Grady trying to steal the win. We've seen it before tonight. 1. Oh. We've seen many men tonight try to sneak that win. Remember, it is about winning here in Pure. We don't care how you get the win. You have to just win. And these men are going to pull out anything to get that dub. As these men are just trading blows, trading forearms, trading super blows, and they're just going at it. And again, these men are willing to put anything, including the kitchen sink, as Grady hits a huge kitchen sink. And it continues to work straight on the arm. As you can see, Ireland build technicians. Rob Finnegan, Huey O'Grady showing a huge tribute to Rob Finnegan going for the armbar and showing them that they come from a lineage of wrestlers and they bring the heat here. As Six continues to bring the heat himself with a huge roundhouse kick. Cover 1, 2, oh. And O'Grady kicks out at 2.5, rolling out, trying to recover, find the way to go, get out of harm's way. A very smart way to go for Huey O'Grady as he counters and lands a huge right hand. Oh! But when right off the gate, not even letting his opponent in. But of course, Grady ready for anything at any time as he lands a huge right hand. Working back on the arm. Going back to the technician, the technical background that he has learned. I'm telling you, Grady is set for something very big in this company as he hits a huge small package driver as he goes for the cover 1, 2, oh, and Six gets out at 2.5. Grady is going to try to continue to work on that body, work on that arm as he lands a quick draw crossface from Huey O'Grady. You can tell O'Grady has studied some of the greatest men in Pure Wrestling Alliance in Nick Justice Jr., Charlie Sigma, Kelly Finch, the man that innovated that move. Oh, as Six lands a huge clothesline over the top rope, sending him out to the floor. And this is the time that these men need to create that space. And Six is letting him know that this is his ring, and he's feeling it. But Huey O'Grady ain't having none of that. Oh, both men going at each other with full veracity, full force. You know, Huey O'Grady is coming in at one of the hottest times of the year. And I can only imagine a win over Six right now at this stage of the game might actually change the entire landscape of the company going forward. Because you have to admit, if he can beat a man that almost beat the world champion last week, he's got to have a place. He's got to have a match at the biggest show of the year. Rapid fire kicks. Oh, what a strike from Six. And Six is all over O'Grady, and he is not having it. I think he might have just snapped. I think he snapped, and I think he's going to put this away. Because the aggression in the eyes of Six is unlike something I haven't seen at any point. And then he's feeling it. He's waving to the crowd. The crowd is getting up. He's going up to the top rope. We've seen this before. He's going up, and he lands it. A single leg drop kick from the top rope. And he's going on to, oh, O'Grady, not to be outdone, would not get pounded, would not get hit with the rapid fire right hands. Oh, but there he goes, trying to steal, roll up. 1, 2, oh, and O'Grady kicks out at 2.5. These men are doing everything it takes to win tonight. Each of these men know that every single win this early in the season can have detrimental effects or could actually make your entire year later on. The beginning is very important. And some say, oh, it's a marathon, not a sprint. That is very true, but you have to come out the gate on fire in this place. As Six continues to just throw those right hands, and he has him loopy. Oh, knocks down a huge springboard missile drop kick to the back of the head, and O'Grady seems like he is in a bad way, folks. He gets another arm wrench kick, the signature move of Six. Six loves that kick, and it's been one of the best things he has as he nails his spear. Going for the count. 1, 2. Oh, and O'Grady kicks out at 2.5. O'Grady is endearing himself to this crowd. This crowd is rallying behind the heart and fighting spirit of O'Grady. This crowd is actually split down the middle. Both of these people are going crazy for these men. As Six went for another single leg drop kick to the outside. But this time, O'Grady seen it before, scouting it and moving out the way. That's what this is about. This business is about in-game adjustments. You can have the game plan all you want, but if you are not ready to call the audibles on the fly that you need to call, you cannot expect to win any big match. Because it's like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. Or in the case of Huey O'Grady, kicked in the face as Six picks him up. It looks like he's setting up for something big. He's setting up, boom! Lands it, spear, going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Six comes out on top to take nothing away from O'Grady. What a performance. Six has come out and Six has captured his first win of the year, bringing his record to 1-1, and he is ready. 500, which means now He has about 9 points and is coming real close to that United States title. Ladies and gentlemen, the title picture is heating up. We'll be back after this. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the co-main event of the evening. The man, the talk of the town, arguably the most talked about wrestler tonight, King Tony, is in the building, ready for his big co-main event matchup tonight against Dewitt Sawyer. Sawyer has been a great athlete over the last several years, making his return back to the company. But tonight is about King Tony. Tonight is about the alignments and the alliances that we've been seeing being formed on pure television over the last several months. And tonight is quite the night. You know, Keith Matthews has a huge opportunity to capture the world title. Jordan Jacobs is the United States champion. Hunter was successful tonight. And if King Tony go in tonight, you can say it would definitely be one prolific night for these four men. I honestly can't wait. But before we get to that, before we can get to that kind of talk, King Tony has to face the reality of what's been going on lately. Last year wasn't the best year for him, but he bounced back really strong and defeated Nick Justice, punching his ticket to Slamfest. But started out the year kind of bumpy still. Lost to Reckless Rebel last week, and an absolute classic. But this week, it goes into the same thing that I said earlier about Jordan Jacobs. You cannot go into the biggest show of the year, especially in a match like a global title triple threat, less than 100% and 0-2 and 0-3. You want to get that win. You want to have that team behind you. You want to make sure that you're in the best possible shape. But this man right here, this man is a monster. This man lacks zero fear. This man has zero empathy for his opponent. This man is here to destroy. The war paint says it all. Sawyer has been in this company before, has found success in this company before, and now he's back. Back to achieve the goals that he couldn't achieve the first time. The world title, the global title. And honestly, I think a big first step in that mission is defeating the greatest global champion in King Tony. Tonight is a night where statements have been made. And right now, in the next 30 minutes between these two matches, statements are going to be made. Moments are going to happen. And the landscape is going to shift. And this match, I expect, is to be the very first painful turn of the page when it comes to that change in this company. Look at that, Sawyer is just summoning the power, harnessing all that rage and all that dark energy to bring an absolute war to King Tony. Because if anyone knows how to fight, it's King Tony. So Sawyer has to buckle up and summon every bit of rage inside of that dark soul of his to bring this fight to King Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no holds barred for a reason, because these men are going to stop at absolutely nothing to maul each other, because this is about pride. This is about taking over and fulfilling a prophecy that Keith Matthews and King Tony started a few months ago at No Escape. So now this is what they fought for. This is what they're here for. And I don't think King Tony's gonna let this man, Deacon Sawyer, stop him at all. So many things going on, and you also gotta keep in mind, you gotta think Keith Matthews can't be watching too closely, because he's setting up for arguably the biggest match of his career. But the time for speculation is over, and it's time to fight. As Sawyer comes up and hit hard with a massive clothesline, flooring King Tony into the corner. As King Tony tries to get a big boot in, but Sawyer shoots him off and picks him to drop him right on his face. See, that's what I'm talking about. The violence, where Sawyer rather go for the steel steps than go for the win than attack his actual opponent. And his opponent is one of the most dangerous men in this entire industry, as he lands a huge right hand to King Tony, shoots him off, but Tony drops, counters off. I see Sawyer, when he missed that, he went straight for the steel steps, but Tony going right back to work, shoots him off, drop down, and tries to go for an elbow drop, but Sawyer ducks down, and these men are at a stalemate. They are shooting each other off from the rope. They are knocking each other down, trying to get the upper hand at any way, gassing their opponent out by shooting him off, making him run. As Sawyer drops down, and he's trying to work on that back, work on that lower back of King Tony. You got to think about it. King Tony's body hasn't been the same. He's took a lot of damage. He's a lot older now, you know? So work on that. Take the advantage. Use youth to your side. Continue to work on Tony. But the problem with King Tony is that King Tony is unadulterated power, anger. He does not care. He is going to prove by any means necessary he is the almighty in this ring. He is the top dog, and he is the problem. As Sawyer goes down, shoots back out, and goes to get the steel steps. That's my worry in this match. I'm going to be real. I don't know how much... as Tony lands a huge boot to the face. I don't know how much you can go in a match like this. Trying, oh my God, trying to hurt your opponent as Tony lands a massive chair shot. I think he's going for another, and then another, making him pay for Sawyer getting out of harm's way and dropping him with a boot of his own. That's my thing. Do not get so caught up in the glamours of an no-holds-barred. These men are so angry. These men are so violent. They're such violent individuals. As he challenges King Tony to bring it on with the chair, but Tony successfully does it, drops him down, and he's looking for something. He with a huge apron power bomb, and then swings him into the lower half of the apron. King Tony is on a warpath, and he is the most dangerous I think he's ever been. That was insane. That's the thing. I don't know who's going to come out victorious, because I don't think either man cares about being victorious. These men just want to fight. They both know that they enjoy violence, so they're just bringing the violence. As Tony goes for the cover, 1, 2, and Sawyer kicks out at 2.5. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how he kicked out at 2.5. Most normal people are not even kicking out of the first move in this match, let alone chair shots, big boots, and many other devastating moves that have occurred in this match so far. As Sawyer hits a pop-up power bomb to King Tony, the power of Sawyer is absurd. He just hit a pop-up power bomb. One of the biggest men on the roster. King Tony is absolute muscle. As King Tony showing why he is always the best pure striker, leaving the right hand of Sawyer and locking in a bear hug. And think about the power. Sawyer is almost 300 pounds, and King Tony picked him up and is squeezing the absolute life out of him. Whoa! King Tony with a huge transition into a power slam. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a new King Tony. This is a more rejuvenated King Tony. I can tell that he took the loss last week personally, considering that he's never lost to Reckless Rebel one-on-one in his career. Taking that loss was something that hurt his pride, as Sawyer just lands rapid-fire right hands, knocking him. King Tony has got him up, and King Tony has hit the power bomb. 1, 2, and 2.5. Sawyer kicks out at 2.5. That was the power bomb that won King Tony the world title against Liam Ingalls. He got him up. A South of Heaven chokeslam from Sawyer, the unadulterated power, and he's back outside, bringing that fight back to the outside, back to the street, as King Tony is getting railed with a sledgehammer, and I don't think he can take much more of those shots. Those are meant to break stone. So imagine what that does to human bone, as Tony gets up and lands a huge elbow drop, a desperation elbow to the jaw, sending Sawyer down as he shoots him back into the ring. And now King Tony has a sledgehammer in his hand. And now, oh, Sawyer's got a chair. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we got a battle. And that battle has quickly ended as King Tony has just nailed Sawyer with a sledgehammer, followed up by a massive big boot. And Tony's floored. Tony is reeling, but he takes it to the outside, recovers, and drops him down. These men are just, I don't even know if winning has even crossed either of their mind as Tony heads back into the ring just to get the steel chair. And I don't think Sawyer could have took another chair shot to the head, but he avoids it by all costs. And these men are just trading blows, just trying to avoid the next big move by throwing elbows, punches, knees, and Sawyer hits a chair shot, a massive chair shot to the head of King Tony, and another chair shot, returning the favor. How does it feel, King Tony? That's what he's asking him. He's asking, you like that shit? You like that shit? Yeah, he's hitting him with the Kirk Cousins, folks, as Tony picks him up and slams him down into the ground. Yo, these men are just, I don't know what normal person goes through the thought process that they're going through right now to just beat each other the way they are, because I couldn't do it as Tony hits a huge pile driver. And we have to go to commercial break, but he has a sledgehammer, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my God, he struck him. As we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and as you last saw, King Tony slammed that sledgehammer into the head of Sawyer, but now he's back, and he's got a sledgehammer of his own as he goes to try to strike him, but King Tony is all over him. King Tony jumps on Sawyer immediately, and he does not let him return the favor. And that was a very smart move as Sawyer sends Tony flying in the air. There he goes. He has the sledgehammer, and he's returning the favor as he nails him. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And King Tony kicks out at 2.5. Ladies and gentlemen, as Sawyer back, just repeatedly going after him and taunting him. Like, how do you like it now? And King Tony just keeps trying to get up, but keeps getting met with that sledgehammer and has finally avoided it. And I think he's upset. He's had enough as he lands a huge clothesline, dropping Sawyer, knocking him right into next week. And that's it, folks. I've seen this story before. When King Tony snaps, he ends it. When King Tony gets going, there's nothing anyone can do about it. And I think that boy is about to get going as he shoots him off into the corner. Warming up, fired up. Superman punch. I think we've seen this before. Spear! It's over. King Tony has hit this spear. But no, that's not enough. He's going up. He got him up. And power bomb. Huge shit out power bomb. 1, 2. And Sawyer kicked out. And Tony can't believe it. You can see the visible frustration in his face. He got him up. Knocking him right into next gear with a huge forearm. And he's got him up again. But Sawyer is going to keep fighting. Sawyer's not going down. He says, you're going to have to hit me with a lot more than that, as he shoots him off. But Tony runs right into him with a shoulder block. And Tony's just trying to get out of the way. And it works as he continues to just ragdoll Sawyer all up and down the ring. And there he goes. He has him again, shooting him back off into the corner. I think he's going for that Superman punch, but not that time. Not that time, says Sawyer. Has him up, shoots him down, and a huge knee to that lower back. That lower back is vital. He's not going to be able to get him up for that power bomb if he keeps working on that back, as he hits a huge sledgehammer to the back of the head. And that might be it, folks. We're on. Whoa. King Tony kicking out at 1 from a sledgehammer shot. That's all adrenaline. No person can handle that. No normal person can take that. But he's got him up with a sit-out power bomb. That's it. Can that be it? 1, 2, 3. King Tony has won an absolute war. The night is falling according to plan. They have one last thing left. Keith Matthews has to capture the world title. And ladies and gentlemen, that is next. Our main event of the evening, Ace Taylor, Keith Matthews, the Slamfest main event is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Pure World Heavyweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The feel is here. You can feel the electricity in the building. The big fight feel is here as Keith Matthews makes his way down to the ring for arguably the biggest match of his career, flanked by his team, flanked by Jordan Jacobs, flanked by King Tony. They are here. They are the collective unit known as Prolific. And here they are, ready for their moment, the moment they have been building for the last 3 months. It was supposed to culminate at Slamfest in the main event, but after recent social media transactions and interactions, these men have said they are no longer going to wait for Slamfest. They want to get it on right here tonight in the main event of Mayhem. I cannot begin to explain the severity of the situation as he makes his way down to the ring. Ace Taylor, the renegade, the man, the rebel rouser, the one who went out and took PWA by the storm and said, I'm making this shit NLW. Tonight he is fighting for his brand. Tonight he is fighting for everything that he made, all the years that he worked for, NLW, RAW, Revolution, all the shows that he put up together, the blood, sweat, and the tears. This is what he's fighting for. This culminates tonight. And tonight, he is saying that no one, not King Tony, not Jordan Jacobs, not Keith Matthews, no tandem will stop him from creating his legacy and finishing the story that he wrote 5 years ago when he joined this company. The story he wrote in NLW when he reigned supreme, when he had to step away from the game from medical illness. And now he's back. He is back and he is better than ever. And this is what he fought for. This is the big fight. If you like a good story, this is a story. And ladies and gentlemen, the odds are stacked against him. 2 men at ringside. 1 man that he called a friend. 1 man that he was once in a stable with. Yes, the Reborn, the Pack. Those 2 men go back a long time. ACA, NLW, PWA, and now he's going to stand before him on the other side opposing him. This is what friendships are broken behind. King Tony and Ace Taylor have a huge story rivalry. He won his first world title off King Tony. Man, I'm telling you, these things are Hollywood. These things are movie scripts. And these things are only the things you find in Pure Wrestling Alliance. And it doesn't matter if it's Slamfest, it doesn't matter if it's Mayhem. When you have the elements that we have right now, we have magic. I have goosebumps and chills down my spine as we send it down to our ring announcer for the introduction.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 263 pounds, Keith Matthews. And his opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 254 pounds, he is the Pure World Heavyweight Champion, Ace Taylor.
These men are ready Ace Taylor looks at the world title for what could be the very last time. Paul Black brings the title to Keith Matthews as these men look at what they're fighting for. This is it. It's for the richest prize in the game, the pure world title, the thing that these men have murdered each other for a decade for. It's time. Matthews, Taylor, big fight feel in the Big Apple. Let's go. As Taylor comes out. But Keith Matthews comes immediately for the leg lock, looking for the win off the rip. Keith Matthews is immediately working the legs. You can tell he knows the number one asset of Ace Taylor has been the interceptor. Since his career in NLW, he's won multiple world titles with that interceptor. If he cannot run, he cannot land the interceptor. That is the thought process of Keith Matthews going into this. Now, if you're Ace Taylor, you have to play all the factors that go into this match. The pressure of this already being a world title match as he lands to the first suplex and then the second suplex. And it looks like he's going for the classic Three Amigos as he hits a tribute to the late great Eddie Guerrero. But as it goes on, you have to think about the thought process of Ace Taylor. He has the pressure of a world title. He has the pressure of a jam-packed Madison Square Garden behind him. He is in the mecca of professional wrestling, and he has to not only defend the richest prize in the game, but he has to defend it while King Tony and Jordan Jacobs stand ringside ready for anything at any time. As King Tony, as you can see, he is rapid, he is hyped, and he is hyping up his man. He is ready to go as Keith Matthews lands a huge tope suicida over the top rope. This is electric. This crowd is unglued. I don't think these people have sat down since the entrances. And these people have every reason to feel like that. And these men are giving them every reason to feel that way. As Keith Matthews is slowing the tempo down. He's now targeting the submission area. But now he's going for the steps. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a world title match. And I don't think he cares about what he needs to do to get to that next level. Ace Taylor was going for that same steel steps, but took his eyes off the prize. This is a world title match. This isn't like the match with King Tony. As Ace Taylor did a huge rolling backbreaker. That was amazing. What innovation by the champion. Always bringing out new things, new arsenals to keep his arsenal on point and to keep his title. But that's the thing. This isn't like the King Tony match. There is a lot on the line. There is pride. There's animosity. Keith Matthews has felt like they were supposed to have this date back in NLW, and he couldn't because Ace Taylor ran away as Keith Matthews hits a huge cutter. 1, 2, and he kicks out. Keith Matthews feels like Ace Taylor ran away from him in NLW. But Keith Matthews is coming out the rip strong and hits a huge vertebraker off the rip. 1, 2. Ace Taylor is going to have to avoid those big moves at all costs. You cannot take too many of those. And Ace Taylor is in a world, and I mean a world of hurt. And now is the time to fight back as he hits a huge snap German suplex. But as I said before, Keith Matthews feels like since they didn't have their one-on-one for the world title in NLW, Ace Taylor has been running away from Keith Matthews. These men have drawn at the bit at social media. These men have drawn at the bit at company events, company locker rooms. These men hate each other in every sense of the word as Ace Taylor busted Keith Matthews wide open on that gory face buster. And now you have to start seeing it. This is now the later stage of the match. The blood has been drawn. As a face-off happens, you see King Tony stares at Jordan Jacobs, and Jordan Jacobs stares at King Tony as they both stare at Ace Taylor. But now everybody's at ringside, and this is where things get real tricky. Things can get real sticky for Ace Taylor, and he's got to get out of the jam now. Keith Matthews has Ace Taylor up, and he rams that lower back into the barricade. He's targeting that lower back and that neck area, setting up for that vertebraker. I'm telling you, after that move into the barricade, I don't think Ace Taylor can survive another one of Keith Matthews' vertebreakers. Oh, but he's warming, he's hyping up in the corner, but way too soon, not aware of his surrounding. And I'm telling you, that could be because of the trauma to the head area. He could not be in the right headspace, and that could spell certain doom for Ace Taylor. But Ace Taylor, in survival mode, is fighting back. And this is now, lands a huge pounce, sending Keith Matthews flying across the ring. And now is the time to get it going as he hits one clothesline and another clothesline. He hits down, ducks down, a huge power slam, and Ace Taylor is feeling it. Oh, he was going looking for something. I don't know what that could have been, but it could spell doom. The next big move could spell doom as he goes to the cover. One. Keith Matthews kicks out at one. You're going to have to hit a big move. Strikes are not going to put away a man with that much adrenaline. Oh, and there he goes, kicking the head in of Keith Matthews, trying to knock him silly as he's measuring up. You can see the blood trickling down the face of Keith Matthews as blunt force trauma is nailed by the champion. And this might be it. We've seen this before. He's going for the interceptor, ducks down, and oh, Keith Matthews is down, has the vertebraker up, he's in position, nails it, vertebraker, cover, 1, 2, 3, oh, the champion has kicked out, and this place is rocking, this place is shaking. I don't know what Keith Matthews is going to have to do next, but he's going to have to do something that he's never done before to put this man away. Oh no, he's going for it again. He's going right back to back. Vertebraker, and that's it, folks. There's no way. Kick out Ace. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Keith Matthews has done it. Keith Matthews has saved Pure Wrestling Alliance from NLW, and Keith Matthews, Prolific, has done it. Their mission is complete. They now run the show. They are the leaders of the new generation. Keith Matthews is the leader of Pure. The new era now runs under Prolific, runs under Keith Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'll see you next week for me.
The devil is real. And he's not a little red man with horns and a tail. He can be beautiful, because he's a fallen angel, and he used to be God's favorite.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, what a weird turn of events, but we'll see you next. That's world famous free agent Crazy. What's going on? That's Liam Mingo, and he speared Tony Taylor, he speared Jordan Jacobs. But this is Mason Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mason Brooks said last week that he was going to cash in his survival of the fittest briefcase, but we heard nothing of him. We saw nothing of him, but this might have been the reason why. Ladies and gentlemen, this place is shaking. You can feel the foundation coming unglued. They are livid. They are screaming. They are booing. They cannot believe the moment they have waited for is about to be ripped away from them once again by another Mason Brooks plot. They're all wearing Rogue Elite attires. They all have Rogue Elite apparel, and he's cashing it in. They're gonna ring the bell. We're doing this right here, right now, and Rogue Elite is back. Keith Matthews is up, and he's ready. They're going to ring the bell. Face eraser. That's it. That's got to be it. There's no way. 1, not this way. 2, damn it. Oh, he kicked out. He kicked out, and there's a chance. There is a chance for Keith Matthews to retain this title over this piece of shit. He can't do it. You can't win, Mason Brooks. This time, Keith Matthews is too motivated as he gets him down and hits a huge backbreaker onto the table. Come on, Keith Matthews. Get your moment as Ace Taylor is watching from afar as Mason Brooks cuts him down. And he goes, oh, I think he was going for that royal flush. But wait, roll up. Kick out, Keith. Kick out. 1, 2, 3. He stole it. This piece of shit has stolen the world title. Rogue Elite has nailed a tactical strike on the entire roster on Keith Matthews as he throws Paul Black out of the ring. Now have some respect for your official. This cannot be actually happening, folks. Mason Brooks has once again stolen the world title and has ripped another thing from the hands of Keith Matthews and King Tony. This is making me sick. Ladies and gentlemen, next week we go home for Slamfest, the week before Slamfest, and I don't even know what's happening, folks. Thank you. Good night.